Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rona Goold and I'm your celebrant for today's celebration. As most of you would know, Lynn was the second celebrant appointed in Australia in 1973 and the first in Victoria. That program, initiated by the Attorney-General Lionel Murphy, was a world first and quietly changed the way our society has celebrated three important rites of passage: hatchings, matchings and dispatchings. That fact in itself is rather symbolic of Lynn. Her preference and style is to be the one behind the scenes, quietly doing a lot of the work to create change out of the limelight. Today's ceremony is another example of Lynn's willingness to serve. Lynn agreed to be the guinea pig for our association's idea of promoting other rites of passage, like coming of age and coming of wisdom age. As civil celebrants, we'd like to see families marking those birthdays and anniversaries by adding a ceremony to the celebration at the beginning, like we do for weddings and funerals, not as the main focus. With the refreshments afterwards, not as the main focus. We're calling such an occasion a party with a purpose. Celebrating a person tends to go against the Aussie nature. We'd rather take the piss, literally. So we tend to cut tall poppies down rather than let their beauty shine. It takes courage to allow yourself to be the centre of attention when the real reason is to gather your family and friends together. Lynn's willingness to host this party is her thank you to those who have shaped her life and supported her. Lynn knows we are all ordinary people who in our own ways all lead extraordinary lives. Without any one of us, there's a hole in the fabric of life. We'd like to have a party with a purpose to celebrate people before they die. It's a bit late when they're in the box. In fact, it was Lynn who inspired me with a comment one day: "Don't trust your children to know anything about you when you die. You're just mum and dad." There are many other important reasons for adding a ceremony, too many to go into here. The people here with me represent different periods of Lynn's life and will share a small window of their experience of Lynn to give us an overview of her life journey. After each person shares and presents their balloon to Lynn, we're going to ask Nilu and Ankita to hold those for Lynn. I'd just also like to check that everybody has their mobile phones switched off or on silent mode for this part of our party. And now I'd like to call upon Sandra Klein from School Days, who's known Lynn since she was 7. Thank you, Sandra.